The previous video was cut by the unexpected message, so we are following with the continue with the second video. So the problem started with at the end of 1960s and at the early 1970s, which was like well discussed in the book. So at that point, and by the way, in the concept of managing demand, one of the major insights was that contributing factors to the knowledge of policymakers was that the concept of the Phillips curve, which said that by decreasing unemployment, actually, we will cause rising inflation. But this, explaining this inverse relationship between these two phenomena, helped policymakers to predict the economy. So, for example, during the period of elections, they could tolerate some level of increasing inflation for the sake of offering new jobs to the people for winning election campaigns. So, but the problem started with at the end of at the early 1970s, when with the increasing oil prices caused by the Arab-Israeli conflict, which led to the as oil is used for the production of many goods, this increased the cost of production. Okay, so and made the cost of production costly. At this point, in order to decrease the cost of production, the owners of the factors of production and the private sector was forced to cut the labor force, and also slow the demand for workers, which caused increasing unemployment. But at the same time, due to the rising prices, it was also the rising inflation. So the events that were taking place during that time fully contradicted the propositions of the Phillips curve. So, but this was one of the major insights of mine from this book, which also divide considerable space. Considerable space. So it was understood that this was a period which caused the shift from the minor careless policies on managing aggregate demand. So this was the issue that I wanted to particularly catch in my presentation, because, as I said previously, there were many interesting parts from the book, but if you will focus on all of them, that will take more than 8 seconds. And to my mind, this was one of the major parts from the book. So, and this phenomenon of rising inflation, rising unemployment, and falling GDP became known as stagflation. So I want to finish my presentation here. Thank you for your understanding and for granting me a chance to shot the video and send it to you. Thank you.